Eustace.
Mrs. Bonteen, dear.
Trim as a May morning.
And how is your dear husband, Mr. Emilius?
Do forgive me. My dear husband, the Reverend Emilius, is an odious hypocrite who does nothing but loaf around the house all day, guzzling and sipping and nuzzling.
Nothing but guzzling and sipping and nuzzling?
Except when he decides to go out and spend a great deal of my money.
He is prodigal of your money.
Oh! Throws it about by the bucketful.
But surely, my dear, you can stop that. You kept your property to yourself when you married him. You once told me how the lawyers arranged it.
Mr. Emilius has ways and means. He is a very strong man, and quite without chivalry. Just you look here.
My dear.
Oh.
In fact, to give him money is the only way to be rid of him for a while. I mean, I pay for his absence as I might hire a cab by the hour, and the rate increases every week.
Well, there is only one thing for it, Lady Eustace. You must refuse to give him money. Tell him to earn it for himself. And if he grows violent and abusive, well, you must have recourse to the law of the land.
Yes, you are quite right, Mr. Bonteen. It cannot go on. Oh, how comforting it is to have so wise and understanding a counsellor.
Well, I've a lot on my mind just now, Lady Eustace, but I'm always yours to command.
You have a noble husband, Mrs. Bonteen. How grand it makes me feel to be receiving advice from the next Chancellor of the Exchequer.
Oh, well, that's not quite settled yet.
But surely Mr. Palliser must resign now that he's Duke of Omnium, and who else could do the work but you?
Well, certainly Palliser must resign, but Mr. Gresham has asked him to take all the time he desires to set things in order for his successor.
And that successor must be you.
Oh, as there is justice in heaven, Mr. Bonteen, I know that your endeavours and merits will soon be rewarded.
Thank you. In the meantime, I rather think the Palliser, or Omnium, as we must call him now, will be in no hurry to finish off his work and go.
Oh, these high and mighty people with titles are all the same. Oh, no offence meant, Lady Eustace.
None taken, Mrs. Bonteen. Some people never know how to yield things up gracefully.
My dear lady, you must refuse to give your husband any more money. And if you need help, I am here and at your service.
Marie?
Oh, my dear. Oh, thank you. Beautiful. Ah, over here.
Well, you've settled down again, I see.
Oh, I don't know about settle down, my dear. After so much time at matching, I'm almost homesick for it.
And yet I don't think we could have watched him dying much longer.
No. No, his time had come. The Duke is dead. Long live the new Duchess.
The new Duchess already has her problems, Marie. Have you ever heard of Miss Adelaide Palliser?
Some sort of cousin?
Second, third, fourth, oh, I can't work it out. But undeniably a cousin and an orphan, like myself, to boot. Well, until now she's lived in the country with some people of her mother's.
Mm-hmm.
But they feel it's time that she was launched in the world. Plantagenet says the Pallisers must do their part. So we'll have her to stay with us in London.
Very generous of the Duke.
Oh, yes, very generous, considering it'll be me that'll have the handling of her. Oh, well, she's a nice enough girl in her way, distinctly bucolic in her taste, you know, all mud, straw and horses. The thing is, I just don't know how she'll fit in. She's too young for me, she's too old for the boys, and she's much too poor to be let loose in the shops. So, how am I to amuse her?
Get her married.
Bless you, Marie, exactly what I thought. But to whom? Please name some eligible bachelors with whom she can fall in love.
Oh. Dolly Longstaff?
For so years, Marie. Dolly's much too happy sitting at the club. We don't want him cluttered up with a wife.
Ah, I know. Phineas Finn.
Marie, we both know your plans for Mr. Finn.
I have it. Lord Fawn.
Lord Fawn? Yes, Lord Fawn. Title, but nothing excessive. Oh, jilted Lizzie Eustace, of course. Then she did ask for it. Minor political office to keep him from getting under her feet all day long. Not handsome, but perfectly wholesome. Well, at least he's got 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head.
And he's looking for a wife. You remember he came courting me not so long ago.
So there we have it, a jolly, thriving wooer for 5th cousin Adelaide. Oh, here's Mr. Finn. Well, I must be off, Marie, and order some nightshirts for the boys and start spreading the ground bait for Lord Fawn. Hail and farewell, Mr. Finn.
Oh, so fast away, Your Grace.
Old friends, Phineas, will still call me by my old name.
Yours to command, my Lady Glencora. So, the Duke has gone at last, Madame Max.
Yes, I shall miss him sorely, Mr. Finn. But I will not grieve for him. His last words were, I hope for nothing, but I fear for nothing either. He was not troubled. I wish I could say the same for you, Mr. Finn. There are shadows round your eyes I don't remember seeing there before.
I have my troubles. There's a journalist called Slide making scandal about the Kennedys and myself. I can't afford to be attacked like this, Madame Max. The party has shown me little enough kindness since my return, but with this business of Kennedy and his wife, I shall be altogether an outlaw.
You have been away in Ireland for so long, Mr. Finn, you cannot reasonably expect to take up again where you left off.
I could reasonably expect to be considered.
Doubtless you are.
No. Now that Mr. Palliser goes to the upper house as the Duke, he must be replaced at the Exchequer. And while Mr. Gresham is managing this big change, he's also making some smaller ones. But in all this, Madame Max, I've yet to hear the slightest indication that anything is to be done for me.
You will hear nothing until it is settled, Mr. Finn.
In a day or two, there's to be a meeting of selected Liberal supporters. A meeting important enough for Mr. Palliser to overlook the conventions of mourning and give it room in his own London house. But, Madame Max, I have not been invited to attend. I didn't even know the meeting was being held till I heard it as an item of casual gossip from Dolly Longstaff.
Well, never mind, Mr. Finn. You may well find you have more friends in the Duke of Omnium's house than you know of.
Very good, Your Grace.
Well, the party's in one of its bustling moods, I see. Is something really radical to be attempted at last?
Oh, no, my dear Duchess. Nothing as blood-curdling as that.
Oh. Well, what's afoot, then?
We have to consider who is to replace your husband at the Exchequer, for one thing.
It's cruel that you can't leave him there. Absolutely cruel.
He can have all the time he wants, within reason, to round things off. But then, I'm afraid he'll have to go.
Won't he?
We are arranging for him to become Lord Privy Seal and retain his seat in the cabinet. So he'll still be at the centre of affairs.
Good.
Yes.
Lord Fawn?
Oh, Duchess.
I have something rather good to put in your way. I've no time to tell you now, but do come to my boudoir before you go home.
Oh, boudoir, Duchess.
Any of the servants will show you the way.
In the light of what you said, Duke, perhaps we'd better speak with Bonteen.
Oh, certainly, Prime Minister.
I would just like a word with St. Bungay.
I hope you have everything you need for your confabulations, Prime Minister.
Duchess?
Well, I must make myself scarce.
You're very kind, Duchess.
One thing I can tell you, you'll have no difficulty with Phineas Finn over his establishment. Both he and I mean to vote with the party on the grounds that Daubney is the wrong man for the job.
Are you sure, Monk? Finn tacks about like a weather vane.
Oh, does he indeed?
Well, he simply isn't reliable. He was very indiscreet down at Tankerville during the election. Now, I don't need to remind you of the trouble that he caused about Irish tenant rights a few years back.
You don't need to remind me. I helped him cause it.
Oh, Mr. Bonteen, the Prime Minister would like a word with you.
With pleasure, Duke. Excuse me.
I'm hoping to have a word with her myself. If you could spare a moment, gentlemen, Her Grace would like to see you upstairs.
I understand, Mr. Bonteen, that you have some knowledge of heavy industry on the continent.
I do, Prime Minister.
There are those who say that we must expect serious competition from that quarter in a few years' time.
Or perhaps even sooner, particularly from Germany. And then we must not forget America.
Oh, more trouble with the Yankees?
Well, since their civil war has ended, they've recovered and developed very fast.
Would you expand a little, Mr. Bonteen?
It's my considered opinion, Prime Minister. Gentlemen.
Tell me at once, what are they planning for Mr. Bonteen?
Not very much, Lady Glenn. At least I hope not.
Why do you both dislike him so much? Well, there are worse men than Bonteen.
Not in my book.
Oh, nor mine. Now, why can't you do something for that nice Mr. Finn? A much better choice.
Well, quite frankly, Lady Glenn, Finn ain't been showing the right kind of form just lately. Well, he just ain't the right kind of form to go and get yourself talked about as a married woman's lover.
Don't be such an old woman, Barrington. I don't see why he should be cast aside just because of that. It happens every day.
Yes, but he don't get into the newspapers every day, Lady Glenn, as Finn's affair has. And all this talk of pistols. That's no good either. It's time Finn grew up, Lady Glenn.
Well, all I can say is cry God for Phineas, and heaven preserve us from Mr. Bonteen.
Amen to that.
But we shall have to appoint a new Chancellor soon. And just who else is there? Bonteen has been doing excellent work at the Board of Trade.
Trade? If you're going to use words like that here, Barrington, you are no friend of mine. Do come in and sit down, Lord Fawn. Well, you see if you can talk some sense into them all, Mr. Monk. Hey-ho.
The Duchess seems to have rather a full program this evening.
She's a sight too fond of sticking her fork into other people's dinner.
Well, Duchess, here I am.
Yes, here you are, Lord Fawn. I hope you're not missing anything of interest below.
Oh, if there were anything of interest, no one would bother to tell me.
Oh, come, Lord Fawn, your very presence at today's meeting marks you out as one in whom other men bestow great trust, as indeed I'm going to do now. A matter of some delicacy, you understand.
I'm afraid I don't understand anything, not yet.
Lord Fawn, my husband has a cousin called Adelaide Palliser, and she's coming to London in a day or two, and I think that you should meet her.
Why should you think that?
Well, you might just happen to take to her.
I'm afraid none of the ladies I meet ever seem to take to me.
But Adelaide has been very narrowly brought up in the country, and she might be agreeably flattered by the attentions of a cultivated man of the world, distinguished politician, like yourself.
Oh, she might.
She might.
Might she?
Yes. After all, Lord Fawn, you must be married sometime, otherwise there'll be no heir for Fawn Court.
Oh, the way things are looking, there'll be no Fawn Court either.
Yes, I was just coming to that side of things. Now, Adelaide Palliser has no money of her own.
I might have known it.
But were she to marry a man of whom my husband and I approve, a great deal could be done for him indirectly. Need I say more?
Well, yes. I mean, is she good breeding stock?
Oh, Lord Fawn.
Oh, well, you yourself, Duchess, mentioned an heir. You see, well, what I have to be sure of is that her branch of the Pallisers doesn't breed too many girls. You see, I have 7 sisters, all eating my house down already.
Well, all I can say is, Lord Fawn, that with the Pallisers, the boys are boys and the girls are girls, if you take my meaning.
I see. Well, I don't seem to have done myself very much good trying to marry rich women, so I might as well have a shot at a poor one. And if even she won't have me, then I'll really know I'm no good.
Oh, come, Lord Fawn, a little more Land, don't you think? If you're going to win this young girl's heart, you need to brace yourself up. Come to dinner on Tuesday, ready to sweep Adelaide clean off her feet. Oh, Lord Fawn.
Hello, Finny. Not at Park Lane at the big Liberal powwow?
Not us, Dolly.
Well, there you are, you see. There's been all this chatter, and you know how respectable politicians are. Never mind, old fellow, it'll pass. They tell me that Kennedy's been taken up to Scotland by his cousin, mad as a March hare. Well, the walls of Loch Linter are thick enough to muffle his row.
Yes, but this row ain't easily muffled, Dolly. Not with Quintus Slide stirring it up.
No, I suppose not.
He talks about a shot being heard that Sunday morning and me leaving Kennedy's house in a hurry. Then he goes on. It now falls to us to inquire why the police were not summoned at the time, or failing that, why some report or explanation was not made to them at a later date by Mr. Finn. We now pose this question. Since when have members of Parliament been exempt from the common duty to obey the law of the land? See, it's not an easy question to answer, Dolly.
Perhaps it would have been better if you had called the police.
And put that poor wretch in charge. It was me Kennedy shot at, Dolly. If I didn't care to complain, why should Quintus slide?
Well, he can't go on about it forever. People will get sick of it.
Not if there's a new installment.
Why should there be?
Now that Mr. Kennedy is confined at Loch Linter, Lord Brentford feels it's safe to bring Lady Laura back to London. They should be here any day now.
And Slide will say that she's come back to see you, now that her husband's safely out of the way.
That's about it, Dolly.
Ah, Finn. Longstaff? Sorry not to see you at Park Lane. You missed an interesting evening.
Oh, really? What was decided?
It was decided, amongst other things that don't concern you, that the party must go all out to oppose Daubony's measure on disestablishment.
That had already been decided.
Yes, but we had to discuss possible treachery on the part of some of our junior members. The sort of people who sometimes see fit to vote against their own party.
Any man of spirit will occasionally vote against his own party.
And you, Finn, shall you vote against us over this? You have done before, you know.
Whatever I may have done before, in good company and with a good conscience, I've made it quite clear that now I intend to support the Liberal Party in its stand against Mr. Daubony's proposal on disestablishment.
Very good of you, I'm sure. Especially as it means that you'll have to eat all the promises that you've made down at Tankerville.
I made no promises at Tankerville. I merely spoke a few words, as I was asked by my constituents to do, on the political principle of the thing.
Very fine and large. You're a great one for principles, ain't you, Finn? Personally, I prefer men who can be trusted in practice, not to scuttle the ship.
My dear. Sampling the pleasures of the vine, I see. You know, I've no objection to your drinking in the drawing room. It's friendlier with two.
Just came in here to tidy myself up.
And I have something else for you to tidy up. It's a little affair. A little affair of my own. If you just, sign there, would you?
What is it?
It's a bill of acceptance.
What is that?
It means that I collect some money now from this kind gentleman in the city and that you pay it back later. If I can't. In this case, in 3 months. Plenty of time, you see, to make arrangements.
But it's for £800.
Quite so, my dear. I didn't know whether you had that amount clear at the time, so I'm doing it this way, instead of asking you to draw a cheque. Ain't I considerate, husband?
Would you expect me to sign this impertinent thing and pay you £800 in 3 months' time?
Or sooner, if you prefer. You pay less interest that way.
I'll sign nothing and I'll pay nothing.
Now, Lizzie.
You snake. You vampire.
Oh, Lizzie.
Don't you Lizzie me, you thieving, lying Jew.
Oh, dear. That's no way to talk to a clergyman in the Church of England. I shall just have to leave you alone to reflect quietly about your marital duties. Another drink. I put you in a better temper. Oh, you're down to the dregs, my dear. So, don't stay too long repenting. And when you've decided to do as God commands and obey your rightful spouse, just give me a call. I'll come and let you out.
So, one thing and another, Madam Max. I'm beginning to feel I've no friends left in London. Except you.
And you won't have me much longer, Mr. Finn, if you carry on whining like that. Surely you are too much of a man to crumple up just because the People's Banner is attacking you?
It's not just the banner. It's Bonteen. I hate him from the bottom of my heart, and he hates me. For some reason, he has now become a man who is listened to, so from now on I shall never achieve office except over his dead body.
Are you sure you will receive no place in this reorganization of Mr. Gresham's?
As sure as I possibly can be without asking Gresham to his face. Now, Madam Max, either I must have office or I must go under before very long.
You yourself took that chance when you chose to return, Mr. Finn. You cannot expect special treatment.
I expect only my deserts.
If every man got those, Mr. Finn, we are reliably informed on the best authority that no man should scape whipping. However, as I have told you before, there are those who feel you deserve better than the birch. So, do not give up hope yet.
The difficulty is, of course, if we do change to a system of decimal currency, that the result might very well be inflationary.
Oh, yes, indeed.
And in which case, those with the resources get richer.
And those without would get poorer than ever, I suppose.
Well, yes, exactly.
Tell me, Adelaide, what do you think in your part of the country about my husband's efforts for the tenpenny shilling?
Oh, it don't make no odds where I come from. We're still pretty much on the barter system.
Oh, but you must have followed His Grace's progress in this matter.
We're too busy following foxes.
Well, I think this is more important than foxes. Now, let me try to explain this to you. If we have 20 shillings in the pound, now that, of course, is as it is at present, you know. Then if you have 10 pennies in the shilling and 5 farthings in the penny, then instead of 960 of them, you've got exactly 1,000 in the pound.
We once had such an amusing game trying to think up new names for the farthing.
What's wrong with farthing?
Well, it's a fourth part, you see.
The new term must mean a fifth part, you see, because they would now all be a fifth part of the new penny.
Yes. You see, we thought of quints, pals, Pallisers, but one can hardly say, buy my lovely cockles, 2 pints for 3 Pallisers, or here's 2 pals to buy yourself a lollipop, or dead drunk on 4 Pallisers. Well, can you? So, can you think of a good name for them, Adelaide?
There you are, Miss Palliser. Now, try what you can do.
What about pistols?
Well, it's certainly succinct.
I don't quite understand, my dear, what possible connection there can be with the term and the coin of the realm.
Look here. You want a name that suggests a fifth part, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, pistols is the name we country folk have for the fifth leg of the stallion.
But just what are you now going to do, Lady Eustace?
Well, I have come to you for shelter, Mrs. Bonteen, dear, in the hope that you and Mr. Bonteen will know what is to be done.
You must be frozen. You say he actually imprisoned you?
Threatened to starve me to death unless I signed a paper giving him £800.
Sit down, my dear. But you didn't sign. Excuse me.
Sign? Oh, no.
You were very brave, my dear lady. Very, very brave indeed. Well, the thing is quite clear to me. The man is cruel and rapacious and even criminal in character. There's no question of your going back there. But wherever you are, you must have protection.
Can you not stay with friends, my dear?
Well,
You shall stay here, Lady Eustace, for as long as you may find it desirable to do so.
Necessary to do so.
And I will see what is to be done about the Reverend Mr. Emilius.
oh, thank you so much. You are both so generous.
One little difficulty, however. What about your things, Lady Eustace? You do not appear to have much luggage.
Oh, I escaped only with what I have on my back, and luckily, Mrs. Bonteen, with my checkbook. If you could manage to accommodate me with a few basic garments for a day or so until I can send to my castle in Scotland for all that I need.
Perhaps it might be best, my dear, if you went and stayed there yourself. A castle sounds very reassuring.
Lady Eustace must have friends about her, my dear, as you said.
Perhaps when this unhappy business is over, Mrs. Bonteen, you and your husband would be my special guests at Portray Castle.
Well, that would be very nice, I must say.
But first things first. The immediate problem is to take action against Emilius and ensure that never again does he trouble Lady Eustace.
My dear Lady Glen, I fear Mr. Finn is in a very, very bad way. He came to me last night. He almost crawled on the floor before me.
In adoration?
Alas, no. In chagrin at his party's neglect of him.
Oh, what's become of that Irish buoyancy?
Well, what there was has been punctured by the People's Banner and now finally deflated by Mr. Bonteen.
So, what we need to do is pump some air back into Mr. Finn.
As I see it, yes.
And the air he needs is applause.
Say rather, esteem?
Esteem. And esteem comes from office. Well, I am doing my best for him, Marie. If all else fails, I've got one card up my sleeve. It'll be a very tricky one to play, so I shall keep it until there is nothing else left.
Yes, Lady Glen?
Well, it occurs to me, instead of re-inflating Mr. Finn directly, one might do better to deflate Mr. Bonteen, thereby removing the enemy and leaving some spare esteem floating around for Mr. Finn.
Dangerous game, Duchess. I had thought that from now onwards you are going to eschew all such mischief. To talk in a man's favour or disfavour is one thing. Plotting Lady Glen is another.
Well, one can't give up all one's dear old habits straight away. Isn't it pretty, Marie?
Your Grace. Does it sit heavily on your head, Glencora?
No. No, they make lighter ones for women. The only trouble is one can hardly ever wear it. So it wouldn't be fair, would it, Marie? If I were deprived of all my other amusements, merely for this?
Later this afternoon, Miss Palliser, I thought you might enjoy a visit to Westminster Palace. I have some purchase there. I could show you around a bit.
I think I'd sooner stay here, Lord Fawn. Feel more at home. Ah, what a beauty.
Afternoon, Fawn.
Good afternoon, Maule. This is Mr. Gerard Maule, Miss Palliser. Miss Adelaide Palliser.
You must be very pleased with him, Mr. Maule.
I am, rather. I got him cheap from a fellow who had to get out in a hurry.
But he's badly under-exercised.
He shouldn't be. I come out on him whenever I can spare the time.
A young horse needs regular exercise, Mr. Maule. Not just to be trotted out when you happen to fancy.
I do my best for him, but it ain't always convenient.
Then you ain't doing your best for him.
A man must suit himself as well as his horse, Miss Palliser. Good afternoon to you. Afternoon, Fawn.
Who is that young man?
I told you when I introduced him, Mr. Gerard Maule.
Yes, I know, but what kind of man? What does he do?
He's the kind of man he sounded like, and he does absolutely nothing.
He don't even ride his horse regular.
Of course he doesn't. He's never up before 12, and he only rides in the afternoon, when he has no more mischievous engagement. Now, Miss Palliser, about Westminster Palace. One afternoon next week, perhaps.
I'm not sure, Lord Fawn. I have an idea that my afternoons next week are all taken up.
Very good to see you again, my lord. You must be very pleased to be home again.
Home? I shall never feel at home again in my life.
Well, you shall go down to Brentford, shall you not?
Oh, Brentford will be as bad as this.
Why not go to Lord Chiltern at Harrington? That's a comfortable house.
I hate horses and dogs. I won't go there.
I hope Lady Laura is well.
No, she's not. How should she be well? She'll be down here directly. She's just getting herself up. I suppose that husband of hers really is mad.
It would appear so.
He tried to shoot you, didn't he?
And very nearly succeeded.
Well, what do we do now? The lawyers say that if Laura tries for a separation, all this must come out.
Well, that need not matter on my account. It's all widely enough known already.
He keeps all her money. You know that? £40,000, all for nothing.
Well, the money was settled, I suppose.
On her children. Of course, it comes back to her if he dies first. But madmen never do die. They have nothing to trouble them, so they live forever.
I think there is a great deal troubling Mr. Kennedy, Lord Brentford.
I'm glad to hear it. In the meantime, she doesn't get a penny of her income, not one penny.
Phineas.
Yes, well, I'm feeling rather tired. I think I'll have a rest before dinner. Though what sort of dinner they'll put up, I hardly dare to think.
So, these are stirring times, I hear. Mr. Palliser, a duke, and soon to be banished from the Exchequer. Are there other changes?
Yes, Lord Cantrip is to go higher, and Legg Wilson, and possibly Sir Harry Coldfoot.
And you, Phineas?
I fancy, Laura, indeed to tell the truth at once, I know they do not intend to do anything for me.
Who has said so?
Nobody ever says things of that kind, but one knows. Now, never mind all that, Laura. I'd much rather hear about you.
There's little to hear about us. Our lives turn on dreary letters from lawyers about separation and money. Perhaps we should have stayed in Dresden. Indeed, I should have made Papa stay had it not been for one thing. You will be true, won't you, Phineas? We shall have few friends in London, Papa and I. We look to you to bring us the news every day from the house.
The way things are with me, Lady Laura, I shall know as much as you may read in your newspaper.
I say, Fawn, that Palliser girl I saw you with in the park, how long's she up in London?
I think that is between her and her hostess, the Duchess of Omnium.
I should have thought she'd been happier in the country. Good girl with horses, though a bit strict for my taste.
Your taste, sir? You have none.
What do you know of her, Dolly?
Distant cousin of Planty Pals, come up to London to be shown about. Not much else, except she ain't got a bean of money.
Something about her there. And she does know a horse when she sees it. I wonder I've never seen her riding.
She goes out before breakfast, Gerard, like the good country girl she is. So you'll have to get up early if you fancy a ride with her.
I never fancy a ride with anyone till after I've had my lunch. And I'm not going to change my habits, Dolly, just for a penniless Palliser.
Good afternoon, Mr. Maule.
Let's see now, Miss Palliser, ain't it? The young lady that insists on regular exercise for horses.
Certainly I do. What's more, Mr. Maule, they should take it in the morning. They prefer it then.
Then why are you taking it in the afternoon?
Well, I ain't a horse.
But your horse is a horse, and you say one should always do what they prefer.
Horses like a change now and then, Mr. Maule, like men and women. Your horse would like a change to the morning.
Then I shouldn't have met you, should I? As you've changed to the afternoon.
There you go again, Mr. Maule, thinking of anything but your horse.
As it happens, I was thinking of you, Miss Palliser. So, if you will tell me what time will suit your horse for the future, I'll see whether it mightn't suit mine as well. Hmm?
There's a right-o game of musical chairs going on at Whitehall at the moment.
Oh, hey, right-o game.
Plenty. Could you oblige me by asking the Prime Minister if he could find a post for Mr. Finn?
My dear, I never interfere.
That's what everyone says, and everyone interferes, otherwise nothing would ever be settled. But we're not asking for anything spectacular, just a junior office. I know there are plenty vacant.
Well, I don't think that Mr. Gresham is altogether trusts Mr. Finn at the moment.
But you trust him, Plantagenet?
Yes, yes, I'd like to do something for him. I shall certainly say as much to Mr. Gresham.
Good.
Let me tell you as it is, that I know very well what will happen then. Mr. Gresham will almost certainly consult Mr. Bonteen.
Then he'll consult a very disagreeable man.
He's been a great help to me over decimal coinage. We may very well need him to go to the Exchequer. So, his wishes must be considered.
If Mr. Bonteen is to be Chancellor of the Exchequer, I don't see why he should begrudge a minor post to Mr. Finn.
Cora, I can promise you nothing. Now, no doubt one day Mr. Finn will come into his own. He's young, he must be patient, bide his time.
He's poor and time is not on his side.
I do not interfere.
The lawyers and I have now consulted in full, Lady Eustace, and what it comes down to is this. Your first possible course is to buy off Mr. Emilius by allowing him a half of your income. Now, if you do this, he undertakes never to see you again or to press any further claims as your husband.
Half is rather a lot.
But you would be rid of him, my dear. You could leave here and go about in safety.
Or, Lady Eustace, if you don't want to pay him the money, then you have a second course open. You can investigate the persistent rumors that he still has a first wife living in Prague. Now, you knew of these rumors, I think.
Yes, but he denied them.
And his word is worth nothing.
And it was rather naive of you, my dear, to believe in it.
Be that as it may, if bigamy can be proved against him, then you are, of course, quit of him altogether.
Then that's the ticket.
The investigation, I need hardly add, will cost money.
But when it is done, it'll all be over for good.
If we succeed, and of this I have good hopes. In the meantime, when Mr. Emilius finds out what we are doing, it will put him in a very dangerous mood.
But you will protect me, Mr. Bonteen.
I will do more than that. You will be safe here in my house. I have influence, of course, to ensure that. And having ensured it, I myself shall go to Prague.
Oh, Mr. Bonteen, oh, my true knight.
And start the search for this wretched woman. But it must be done soon. As any day now, I expect to be called to the Exchequer, and then I shall have graver affairs to attend to. Well, other grave affairs to attend to.
Then pray, Mr. Bonteen, go at once.
I shall go at the first possible moment. But I must be here for the debate on disestablishment, and I shan't have time to fit in a visit to Prague before then, as I have a very important dinner with the Duke of Omnium and others next Wednesday.
Important dinner?
Very. It is then that I expect to be told the date on which I am to assume office as Chancellor.
That is all very well, but why have I not been invited?
It's a political dinner, my dear. Besides, you must understand that it is not the custom in higher circles necessarily to invite wives with their husbands. Rather the reverse, in fact. An exquisite dress, if I may say so, Duchess.
Imitation.
Mr. Monk. I think one of the nice things about giving small dinner parties is one's not obliged to ask bores to make up the table. One need only ask one's friends.
And we're all very honoured to be here, Duchess.
You always sing so charmingly, Mr. Longstaff. Even if his song is in a different key later on at the Bear Garden. And no evening will be the same without Mr. Finn. Is that not so, Madame Goesler?
Mr. Finn is one of the best listeners in London, Lady Glencora.
And one who can speak to the point when he wishes, like all Irishmen.
Though some Irishmen have a way of talking right round the point, eh, Finn? And the wrong point at that.
I did not know that you were an expert on the Irish, Mr. Bonteen.
Only on some. On those in the House, for example.
And I fear we are not representative, Mr. Bonteen.
Oh, but you are, Finn. The wretched state of your country makes that plain enough.
Naughty words, Mr. Bonteen. Tell me, what steps would you take to cure the ills of Ireland?
The ills of a country can only be cured, Duchess, by sound financial administration. You must have honest and competent men to manage the funds.
But first, you must have funds to manage.
Quite right, Mum. Quite right. And to get the funds, you must have a product. In short, Ireland needs a product.
Oh, you sum it up both neatly and forcefully, Mr. Bonteen. But surely it is up to Ireland herself to find the product. You gentlemen in the cabinet can do much, I know.
I'm not actually in the cabinet, Lady Glencora.
Not yet, Mr. Bonteen, but I think we can take that for granted. As I was saying, you gentlemen in the cabinet can do much, but surely it is up to Ireland herself to find the product and to produce it.
If we leave it to the Irish themselves, Lady Glen, then nothing will be done for 10,000 years. No, what I propose to do is this. I shall set up a special committee which will first consider in detail the economic affairs of Ireland and which will then consult with the Board of Trade. Now, this way we shall be able to determine what is best for the Irish and the best way of making them do it.
Brilliant. Quite brilliant, Mr. Bonteen. But tell me, how will you get the Board of Trade to cooperate?
Well, you forget, Lady Glencora, that I am the Board, thank you, of Trade.
very hard to do.
At this moment, yes. But by the time of which we are speaking, you will perhaps have left it for higher things.
The board will not have forgotten me, I think, and it can hardly refuse to cooperate with the Exchequer.
And the Irish, Mr. Bunteen? Are you sure they will cooperate?
Well, it's up to people like you, Fawn. It's up to people like you, Finn, to see that they do.
What men have you in mind for your committee?
I propose to bring in with me Parrish, Weatherby, and Poston in junior positions, and to obtain a rather more ample place for Ford Lawn.
You mean you
Lord
want...
Fawn.
You mean you'd like these men to take some of the load while you carry on with the decimal coinage for Palliser?
The decimal coinage will, of course, have a place in our affairs. But it will not be my way, Lady Glencora, to confine myself to pursuing the policies of the previous Chancellor, much though I respect him. No, what I propose... No. Lady Glencora, I must strike out a new line for myself. Several new lines, in fact. This Irish business is only one venture amongst many. No, it is my considered intention to conduct a full inquiry into the organization of our major banking houses. To say nothing of the stock exchange and the acceptance markets, I shall also investigate bucket shop money lending.
The truth is, Gresham, I feel that you were going much too fast in regard to Mr. Bonteen.
But I understood that Palliser wished it.
Oh, Mr. Bonteen has always had certain gifts of intellect which would fit him for the Exchequer. But,
well then, Duke?
The man himself, suspect.
He's let the whole thing go to his head before it is even settled.
He has been given good reason to think that he will get the Exchequer. Almost everything short of an absolute promise.
Even so, he presumes too much.
Yes, although undoubtedly he's a very useful man. I don't think he has quite that quality which one would wish to find in a member of a cabinet.
You mean, Duke, that he ain't bred for it?
I mean, that among other things, Mr. Bonteen has conceived an irrational hostility for a young man whom we all know, this is Phineas Finn. Now, on balance, I think that Mr. Finn should be given some small encouragement now. Mr. Bonteen, irresolute against it.
But you can hardly suggest, Duke, that just because Bonteen would deny a place to Finn, we should deny the Exchequer to Bonteen.
Well, I do suggest that Mr. Finn would adorn a low post better than Mr. Bonteen would adorn a high one.
At least Finn has manners.
The ladies appreciate them, I understand. Some more than others, it seems.
Yes, he also has intellect, a very swift powers of assimilating new knowledge.
And new ideas to go with them, Duke, which don't always make for loyalty, Prime Minister.
Precisely. I understand that he very nearly backed Daubeny on disestablishment against his own party.
Oh, Finn has decided to run straight about that.
I'm pleased to hear it. My point is that he should never have considered doing else.
Oh, well, he listens to Monk, you know.
I desire that he should listen to us.
Very well, Gresham. You think that Finn should be given longer to show his loyalty before being given office. And I don't think Palliser and I would quarrel about that. But we do most seriously quarrel with the idea of Bonteen as Chancellor.
Yet it was Palliser, Omnium, I should say, who virtually proposed this.
I do assure you, Prime Minister, I've had every reason to change my mind. The man is unstable.
In other words, he ain't bred.
If I nevertheless say, Omnium, that Bonteen is my own choice?
Then, regretfully, both His Grace and I must decline to serve any further on your cabinet.
I see. Rule out Bonteen, Duke, and the field is very thin.
Plinlimmon.
Good man, although without experience of financial affairs.
Legg Wilson.
More of a treasurer than a chancellor. Steady and accurate, but he was a competent financial secretary.
A very qualified recommendation.
Better Mr. Slow and Steady than a damned inflated pig's bladder bouncing about.
Strong words, Duke.
And meant to be.
Very well. Concerning Bonteen, since both your graces insist, I shall be wise to oblige you. Lake Wilson as Chancellor will at least count up the money, right? Bonteen had better stay at the Board of Trade, and therefore outside the Cabinet. He'll be very put out, I fancy. May console himself by reflecting that nothing whatever is to be given to Phineas Finn.
Or at any rate, not yet?
Now, gentlemen,